What's up and welcome. My name is Grizz and I'm here for a new show, Beyond the Boundary. Thank you to everybody who participated in the poll. This was our winner. It was actually a lot closer than I expected. I, being honest, did not expect this to win it either, so I'm pleasantly surprised, I guess. It allows me to continue our KyoAni shows without, forcing all of them onto a poll, which is actually really cool. So I'm actually happy about that. I literally just put this on here because I was like, I want to watch it and there's a chance that it could win, I guess, even though I wasn't expecting it to. So thank you. It was very close though. I'm still deciding if I want to do a second poll, like when we're closer to being done with this, and then get a new show from there, or if our runner up I should just watch that one instead. And then we'll just get like 20 something episodes over between two different shows here. And then we'll start a new poll again. Like I'm still trying to figure out which one I'd rather do. We'll face that though as we come a little bit closer. But if you got any input on that, let me know. Regarding this series, the things I know are is practically zero. Usually I feel like I have a little bit going in. Once again, here, similar to kind of how I was with Hyoka, I have zero kind of idea. I've seen character design of the main girl. I'm assuming she's the main girl, and that's as much as I know. I also know this is directed by the director of Violet Evergarden, which I have seen. So if production-wise this goes any sort of way similar to how that was, we're in for a treat. I'm excited about that. The story and everything regarding this, I have zero clue. I have no idea where we're going to head and what we're going to do. I don't know if it's just simple school slices of life stuff or if there's like some fucking crazy supernatural, like whatever the situation is. Most KyoAni shows I feel like have supernatural things in them. I don't know. I guess we're gonna figure that out. I also know this is based on a light novel. I don't know if the novel is completed or what. Over where I'd see on my anime list, it says it's on hiatus, so I'm assuming it's not completed then. So hopefully there's a good wrapping point though by the time that we end here with this season, or actually there's a movie, so wherever they decide to wrap things up with the movie, hopefully we hit a good point. And yeah, I'm excited for that. We got 12 episodes and a movie. There's also episode 0, I think, or like a prequel thing, but I don't believe I'm supposed to watch that first. If I am, I apologize for fucking up the order, but I don't think so, so we'll probably watch that after the fact too. Unless I like absolutely hate this, which I doubt I will. But if I do, we won't be watching that. But yeah, very excited to kind of see what we're going to get into here. If you like it all, the like and subscribe to mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion after the reaction portion. Leave any comments about this episode or series, as well as recommend other shows that you want to see on the possible future poll as soon as we end up completing this. Let's get going though with episode 1. Oh, I got like the Harry Potter music to bring us in, boys. Oh, okay. Not the direction I thought we were going.
という意味で記載されている。おそらく僕が試みることは一生ない道徳的観念ではなく、もっと根本的理由に起因しているのだ。
I agree.
彼女は死のうとしている。
I feel like she's not.
物語の進行は大きく2つに分かれる。
She either dies or she doesn't.
主人公が積極的に物語へ参加して進行していく方向。一つは主人公が消極的で勝手に物語が進行していく方向。明らかに
Which one will we choose?
この時はなぜか前者を選択した。
We will be the hero here. I have a feeling she like jumps, but she can't die, like some shit. I don't know.
用いたかは割愛するが。
Basically, I just told her not to do it though.
あなたのようにメガネの似合う人が死んではいけない。
Dude, what the fuck? Oh, you're so sexy. Don't kill yourself. I. Okay, she is. She is a powerful being. I don't know why I'm laughing. This is. Baby, don't kill me. Mirai. So it's like everything that we're about to experience about to just be like natural school life except for her, and she's like some like weird fantasy being. I don't know. Oh, okay, this is not going to be the direction I initially thought. All right.
僕にすれば読者の興味を引けるってわけじゃないだろう。
I'd be
じゃあどうい
interested.
う殺し方ならいいの？
読者にとって大切なのは行動と意味だと思うけどね。
Yeah.
なんとなくバラバラにしてみましたみたいなのが一番苦手。その表現からは敬意のかけらも感じないけど。
仕方ないでしょ。
You're not worth respecting, bro.
文集が次で150号なんですけど、なんて言うからよ。
What's up with all these shows and lit clubs and anthologies? What is she doing? Oh, you can't see me. Can't follow. Oh. Oh, she's a goof, bro. For sure.
奇遇ですね。
Yeah, it's a coincidence.
ってこんな奇遇があってたまるか。
不愉快です。
Please don't yell, sir.
それは。
いくらメガネを拭いてもうまい言い訳は出てこないぞ。
She's just buying some time. Just buying time.
めちゃめちゃ動揺してるけどな。前にも言った通り僕は不死身なんだ。
Yeah?
何度刺そうが致命傷。
That's true. You did just get fucking pierced in the heart.
ごまかすの下手すぎ。この1週間で何回栗山さんに刺されたと思ってる。
Oh, so she's trying to kill you for what?
片手じゃ
Or is
足
it
り
just
な
a
いのかよ。
test?
先輩がいけないんです。こんなに急所ついてるのに死なないヨウムつきなんて聞いたことありません。
だから言ってるだろう。
I'm immortal.
僕はヨウムつきじゃない。汎用。人間と
Okay.
ヨウムの間に生まれたレアな存在なんだって。
Okay.
いいじゃない。変わらないんですから。
あの
Yeah, but he still doesn't want to be
僕はヨウムの
stabbed.
雑魚キャラじゃないんだぞ。
とにかく私が言い返しで先輩がヨウムである以上この行為に問題はないはずです。では
Okay.
卒業式の日に私から告白されるという夢が叶わないわよ。
Oh no, we're at a triangle.
それが僕の夢になった。
あら、
Isn't
告白する方が良かった？
そうじゃない。大前提が間違ってると言ってるんだ。
it? Oh,
それは失礼したわ。
sorry for giving you a dream.
秋人は巨乳なら誰でもいい節操のない変。
No, they have to have glasses.
いい加減にしないと怒るぞ。
趣味というより日課ね。たとえ怒られても課せられた使命から逃れることはできないから。
それっぽく言ってんじゃねえよ。
いっそのこと好きなだけ切られてみれば？
お断りだよ。不死身とはいえ。
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like, I still don't want that to happen.
あら、ド M の変態にとっては最高のご褒美じゃない。
勝手に僕をド M にするな。にしてもあのしつこさはなんだ。
Listen, there's a certain type of girl that you want to do that. You know, she's not that. You know, she's not the dom type.
恋
I don't think so,
なんて素晴
bro.
らしいことだ。
Wow,
どんなメガネでも
a
似合う
girl,
女
yeah,
に好かれるなんて。
yeah, wow.
これだから変態の古代妄想が手がつけられないわ。
You know, I respect him though. Like,
死を管轄しているナセ家の娘が助言しているの。
stay away from the
それ
spirit
でわから
hunters.
なければあなたはバカよ。
But mom, she's so cute.
前で襲撃されたらかなわないからよ。
それなら安心してください。
Can't be having you do that.
人払いはちゃんとしてありますので。
What is all that?
聞いたこともないよ。
異界人の
Oh,
呪われた一族として意味嫌われ
she's
て
got
い
like a
ます。
blood art.
で一族は耐え、私が唯一の生き残りです。
Of course.
嫌な話だ
And
な。
now she's gonna carry that legacy on.
よくある話だと思いますけど。
Can we make other things besides weapons though?
戦闘を始めましょう。
There is no battle. He's just gonna get killed and then heal himself or something.
おきたい。どうして僕にこだわる？
It's my job. Unless it is just love and she's like real chuny and she's trying to come up with excuses here, but I guess that could be it.
信じられません。
Someone as clumsy as her, bro. She's got some moves.
どこから来てんだよ。くらえ。
Oh, Yes, clean. I wonder if we'll go a single episode without her falling over the locker. It's gotta be. Just slice through it though. Don't open it. Oh shit. You wanna go get some food? They're just gonna be best of friends. Oh. That's not from her? Okay. The monsters are here. Who the fuck are you? She looks like a teacher. Oh, we broke some more glass. Oh, it's valid.
それにヨウムだと判断して思い切って襲ったってこと？
Hmm.
そしたら先輩が不死身だっていうので
I just couldn't believe it.
いくら切っても死なないですし
僕を練習台に使っていたのか？
いいじゃないですか。なんじゃないですし
減るよ
You were like the test subject.
まで削られるよ言ったろ通覚はあるってどれだけ
But you're not gonna die!
だ
周りに聞こえますよ。
平気だよ人がいないのは確認してる
お待たせしました。
Even if they are, they might not believe it, you know?
出たのかよ
不愉快です。
She was hungry.
こっちだよ
これは取引の条件ですよね。私が今日これ以上戦いを挑まない代わりにご飯をおごると。
その言い方だと明日もまた襲ってくるってこと
Yes.
か
違う。
We resume the next day. A strange relationship.
ごちそうさまでした。
See you tomorrow. 8 a.m. sharp, buddy. Be ready.
どうせ私は便所飯でおなじみの秋人くらいしか虐げることのできない悲しい学園生活を送っているわ。
待て
The hierarchy. I found the person below me, so I must take it out on them.
世間が栗山未来を警戒しているわ。
どうして
'Cause she shouldn't be here.
その地を治める長というのは排他的で保守的なものよ。
つまりどういうことだよ
これ以上栗山未来に関わるのはやめなさい。
You grow an attachment, we're gonna get rid of her. Then it's, you know, what do you do then?
関わるつもりなんでしょ。
Hmm.
多分まあ不死身だから何があっても死ぬことはないしな
That's not the point, I don't think.
死ねばいいのに。
じゃあ500円。あれ
Unbelievable. Unreal.
すいませんでした。
この町来た目的って何かあるのかなって思って
特には。なんでですか？
Well, they're kind of got it out for you right now.
栗山さん
どうせ私は嫌われ者ですよ。ブログもツイッターも全然炎上中ですからね。
本当だ
ですよね。
ああ嘘後で検索
Why is that so good?
絶対フォローしとくよ家で食べられない事情でも
She ain't got a home.
なんでです。そんなわけないじゃないですか。
わかりやす
別はちゃんと払いました。
Okay, there, but she got
だけ
one.
で入れないとか
片付けてますよ。
じゃあ家にヨウムがいるとか
Seems like it, yeah.
偶然引っ越してきた部屋に偶然ヨウムが
It just happened to be like that. But now I can't go home.
引き寄せるって話もあるからな
She can't kill them, so, you know, where do we go from here?
ちょっと待ってください。
I think Buddy's gonna help us out.
つもりですか？
手伝うから倒しに行こ
That's it's the logical option here.
うが刺される心配もなくなる
Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to kill them.
怖いんです。命を奪うのが。
Ooh.
じゃあ異界師なんてやめたら
やめられるならとっくにやめてます。やめようともしました。血の中を流れるこの呪われた血は普通じゃない。この力は。
それは僕も同じだよ
Mm. Wonder if she came here because she knew of his ability. Like she thought that she could live a normal life if she lied to herself almost, that she had to constantly try and kill him even though he's immortal. Bro's a little thirsty.
栗山さん。
逃がしました。
YOUMU.
What I'm about to say might just be something that I'll take back immediately after I have more time to kind of reflect and really think about it. And it also could just be the fact that I haven't seen some of these in years. But I think as a series as a whole, that might be like one of the most, I guess, interesting or the most interesting introduction to one from a Kyoto Animation show. One, because it's damn interesting the way that they set that up, but more so, I guess, because a majority of their other shows revolve around, I guess, school life, right? A lot of coming of ages stories or just whatever else they are, but they're all within, I guess, the real world, like a natural world in a way that there's not a ton for them to really go out of their way and set up outside of giving you like a strong foundation for the characters and maybe goals that they have, or maybe things that you're going to have to look forward to, or that just give you a vibe, I guess, for the remainder of the series, how the rest is going to kind of shape up, give you just something that you can kind of gain a grasp for and understand what you're in store for. So this one being so different in a way allows you to kind of feel the difference and see, it's like a night and day difference in my opinion, because the other ones, even though I love some of them, don't have as much, I guess, intrigue through that first episode of what they're trying to set up. And there are some others that I haven't, I guess, seen, like Dragon Maid and stuff, where those are in these different types of worlds and stuff that I haven't actually watched, so I can't make a judgment on those. And the only one that feels, I guess, otherworldly almost in a way is Violet Evergarden. And I didn't think that intro episode was as strong as, I guess, something like this. While that series has some incredibly high highs throughout the series, I just, the introduction to it, I don't think was as strong as something like this felt. Once again, could regret everything I say if I went back and watched it, but from the memories and stuff that I'm having now, that's how I'm feeling. So a very, very strong start. Couple things, and I guess notables starting off for me. One, I was well off for kind of what I was expecting. I felt we would get more of like a fantasy-like element almost, and what they were going to kind of go for. And we definitely did. I thought that we might, but I wasn't too sold on that. So far, I guess it's been displayed in the way that I've expected it to kind of be. I thought that we might get something simplistic or almost as if we've seen so far. The things that we see and the abilities and stuff that it seems like these other characters are going to have from the OP, it makes me think I was well off on how deep we were actually going to get into this. But I think that's really cool, and it definitely gives us a different dynamic for us to kind of look forward to and the things that we're going to. It seems like we have our main two characters here who are, it's not an obligation, but living with something about them that is different, or it's different in Mirai's situation because she's the sole one, I guess, remaining from her bloodline, but in her clan, I guess. But two characters here who have something that they consider a curse for them, things that they don't want to live. One of them doesn't want to have to be the half YOUMU and different from everybody else. And I don't know if he stated, I'd have to go back and check. I don't believe he did. But I don't believe he stated that he was upset with the idea, I guess, that he's immortal, which he may have been. But I think it's more so the idea that he's just different, or because of his ability, he's hunted, or he has these expectations and things almost of him. Whereas in her situation, she feels she has to kind of live up to the fallen clan members, in which she has to kind of live on for something that she doesn't want to have to take on. She doesn't want to take the lives of others, regardless if they are these monster beings, right? If they're not real people, she still doesn't want to feel that obligation and the weight of having to carry all of them. And do this. So they're cursed almost with the situation that they're in, and she can't give up on the things in which she's kind of has to do here because it runs through her blood, which is rather unfortunate. So they both can kind of bond between those two things and the similarity, I guess, in that, and kind of work together, which creates like a strong foundation for the two of them and their dynamic and relationship going forward, which is really, really cool. It did a good job also of setting up side characters, not setting them up to the point that they feel like afterthoughts in a way, setting them up, even though we only really set up one, but setting her up in a way that she does feel like she's going to have some sort of importance, primarily, I guess, through through her family and occupation in a way, right? What exactly all that is. And there's tons more regarding her. And we saw glimpses and flashes of characters at the end of that episode there. But definitely doesn't feel like she's as much, I guess, of an afterthought as some of these others are. Like where we can continuously do everything in the show without ever having to re-bring them up. It seems as though we have a strong attachment with her, and whether her talking about having this obligation, or I think she said a mission or whatever it was, whether that is something of us having to be latched on to our main character. Did they say his name? I don't even remember. But whether it be her having to kind of latch onto him and watch over him almost as if he is, because he is this special being in a way. And it's her job, maybe she's latched on and has to kind of watch over him and make sure that nothing goes wrong with him. Because I'm guessing if the idea for us is to kill these Yomus and have these spirit hunters and everything in a way, I'm guessing if he's half of one, there's a strong line that's drawn here where he's not allowed to be killed because he still is partially human in a way. But he probably has people observing and watching over him and being very cautious in a way, that nothing, I guess, kind of happens, or he doesn't develop these other things or go, I don't know, so something could happen. Like, I don't know enough about him in this world for me to kind of form that sort of judgment, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's kind of where our relation is between the two. I could also be overlooking that relation entirely, and it could just be something as simple as she just really likes him, whether it be friendly or romantically or however the case might be. But we definitely did have some moments, like the really cute moment when we were in the cafeteria together, and her kind of talking about using, I guess, like the hierarchy almost of a thing where usually somebody wants to feel stronger or better or more empowered in a way than they actually are. And the only way for them to do that is to belittle and put people under them. And it makes them feel higher up on that totem pole than, you know, there's no reason to do it, but it makes her kind of more, I guess, feel better about herself and more justified with the idea that she is kind of a loner and doesn't really have any friends or people around her. And she's always kind of keeping to herself. But it allows her to feel a bit better in her situation by bullying and putting down somebody else that's under her. It feels though it was played off maybe in a bit more of a like playful way. Maybe not the tone in which she kind of said it, but the way that she accepted almost her role, and the way that she kind of was just like, yeah, I'm like bottom of the fucking barrel over here, but there's one other person lower than me, and you know, that's the only person I can kind of be around here. And just, I don't know, it's a cute dynamic that I actually like. And typically I don't like, you know, the way that you have to belittle others, I guess, to feel comfortable with yourself in that way. But I don't know if I read it as much as that. It doesn't feel necessarily like that. But all of that just to say, she doesn't feel like an afterthought. She feels like somebody who was put in here, and even though she wasn't focused on, I guess, as much as the dynamic with our actual main two characters, it definitely feels very strong, like somebody who's going to have an important role within the story. As always, the animation was absolutely on point. The color palette they used is fairly interesting. Not something, I guess, that you typically see, but it worked really, really well, in my opinion, and I thought it was pretty good. We definitely had some really quality moments too with the action between our main two, and the whole chasing around the school and trying to kill him again, which I think is really, really fun. The start of the episode was really, really strong too, or strong because it feels so different, and it feels almost like an afterthought after everything that you've learned about. Maybe it's meant in something more of a misdirect, but starting you off, having you like talk and think about, you know, the idea of suicide, and directing you possibly of where this story could go, which it doesn't go that route. Or at least it seems, is interesting. I feel like we will probably revisit something like this, and there's a reason that you would start it off like this, not just to start it off with this altercation that comes between the two. This moment where he kind of tries to get her to stop, and he just says everything in his mind, and the only thing he can say, or the one thing that really comes to mind, is about her looking good with glasses. Reminds me of the video, I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, where the guy is in a bathroom, and he doesn't have a shirt on, and he's like, don't kill yourself because, you know, I fucked the shit out of you. And it's like, it's the stupidest thing. It's like, why would you even yeah, that's gonna turn their mind around, right? They're gonna definitely think differently and think twice about it now that you said that. Like, it makes no sense. But it's fun because of the way he brings it up, that he's like, I just said everything on my mind at that moment, like anything. You're reaching to the deepest parts of yourself almost to see, can I pull something out of me to kind of stop this person from doing this thing, which is a I guess a heroic way of doing things here, which is it turns comically because it's so stupid that he would say something like that. And I think I even pointed out in the reaction, I'm like, why am I laughing? Because it was like so dumb. Even when she kills him here, it was like there's no way he just dies, right? Like so I'm just laughing the whole time. But really funny how her instant reaction, she just like flips over the fence and then just stabs right through him with this sword that she can manifest through the blood that she has. We see some crazy shit with like action and stuff in the OP. As I always like to say, I don't like going through the OP in case if they are just showing things that are to come or actually have any importance and stuff that I can figure out now and what would almost feel like a spoiler in a way. So I try and not go through them as much just because I really don't want to spoil myself on possibly anything. And I will watch it once, but I don't like to really go in depth and kind of look at it. Oh, also, I never brought it up, but if anybody thinks I should change the subs or anything, just let me know. I can get something else. Some of the words and stuff they were using, like calling them like shades and dream shades or whatever they were saying and stuff. I don't know if that's actually the term and stuff that they were using because it seems a little off because they're saying YOUMU, I believe, whenever they mention these, which I don't know how the translation and stuff works. So if that's proper and I'm okay, let me know that we're good to go. But if it needs to change and it's supposed to be saying something else, also let me know. We meet other girl here. We have fun, cute interactions between all of them. I immediately was like, ah, shit, we're about to have a triangle by the end of this. But I really don't think that's going to happen. It possibly could, but I love her way of kind of teasing him about the situation and giving him like a dream almost like, oh, you're gonna ask me out on this day and this is so important and stuff. Which is like the goofiest shit. Meeting Mirai here is really fun too. I love the way that she kind of is like hiding behind that she feels very chuny in a way. She's very goofy too, and very clumsy, falling over absolutely everything, which I'm assuming will be a constant gag that we do throughout the entirety of this, which is okay. And also her, whenever she gets like nervous or flustered or something, or she's trying to lie and redirect, I guess, where the conversation's going. She'll also clean her glasses and stuff. So we've had multiple like different fun character quirks and stuff mixed in between her. I love them just kind of yelling back and forth here. And I feel like most of their conversations felt like they were just kind of arguing with each other, which is funny. More so about him actually dying though, and him being attacked and killed by her. But it is nice to know that he does feel pain. So when this stuff kind of happens, it's not a good thing because, you know, it's you don't want to be in the pain of basically dying, because I'm assuming he feels it to that full extent that he can without actually the dying of himself. And I also wonder his ability that he has due to being half Yomu here, if he is like able to regenerate himself and how exactly that looks or feels or is. And I wish they kind of go in a bit more in depth with that and give us a better understanding so that we can kind of, I guess we can't really relate to it, but just so that we can feel for him a little bit more, or we can kind of get behind him a bit more and understand his pain and struggles and feelings for maybe why he doesn't want to be what he is and the way that he is. But I like how she just constantly tries to justify it. Like, it doesn't matter if you're doing this. Like, I'm just going to stab you. And also being like the fact that you are Yomu gives me full ability based on my position as a spirit hunter here to go out of my way and fucking stab you as many times and kill you as I want, which I mean is valid, and you just have to see where you draw the line between, you know, human and spirit here. But I also like how she tries to like make the joke at one point too about the idea that his girl, like, that he would fall in love with, like, as long as any of them have like a big boobs, he'll be fine with them. But then instead we're like, oh, Mirai might really love you or something, and it might be love, and that's why she's kind of around and always like looking at you and trying to talk to you or bothering you here. And he's just like, oh shit, cute girl wearing glasses, let's go. Like, when that's really where his priorities are instead. He's kind of a goof, but at the same time, like, I like the way that he's approached this so far. While maybe there's no like romantic tension between the two, maybe at least realized maybe from him. I like the idea that we haven't had like those flustered moments that kind of come out of like your typical story within high school and how the characters and stuff act, because sometimes it gets pretty old and annoying when that stuff constantly happens. So the fact that he's been like so comfortable and okay in these situations, and he doesn't like overthink anything or have these weird different intentions and stuff, is perfectly good. And it literally just entirely is probably because we might not be going romantic route with the show, which is perfectly okay as well. But even in shows where they don't do that, sometimes the characters feel a little bit weird when they're with each other. So the fact that we're not really bringing attention to and doing that is really cool. She also put these weird things in the fucking walls so she can like sense that I don't know what the hell she's doing and what she's up to. And then it looks like she causes damage, something to herself, inflicts something that allows her to bleed, and however that works makes her kind of summon her weapon in a way that she can do, which is cool. This is when we get a really cool moment, her tripping again, like I said, constant gag that's probably going to happen, but really cool moment with us, the action and us kind of fighting, which is really fun. I love when she comes in here. If I'm being honest, like the smart thing to do here is just slice the whole thing, right? Just go and slice the locker if you're suspecting that. Now I know by the time she got close enough, he kicked the thing down and he was behind it, which was really, really smart and not something I feel like I was expecting. But it still would have just been smart for her just to sprint out and try and slice it or do whatever that she can. Putting the bucket on her and her leg listeners. This is the goofiest shit, but I love it. We see our first actual, I guess, YOUMU here, which is cool. And being able to have this cool teacher come in who's really hot and attack the fuck out of it and basically kill it. And we see by the back end, I think that she does actually kill it. These girls pay zero attention to it, which leads me to believe that you have to be of spirit hunter, something bloodline probably related, or something ability related, or whatever the case is, to actually see these, which is cool to know, so that not everybody can see it. But it makes me wonder, because this does seem to be a very normal thing within this world, that even this lady, this teacher, can kind of come through and say that maybe she was openly okay with stating the things that she did to us, because she's aware of our own status and like who we each are, so we're aware and we can see the YOUMU and everything instead. But I also do wonder, like, if these girls were upstairs, if they just saw the teacher like fucking fly in there and like jump through the window and shit, like, would it just look weird as hell to them? Like, I always wonder what that stuff looks like to people who don't have these abilities and can't see this stuff. Her also bringing up the cleaning crew, or like having somebody come in and like clean up the mess and fix the stuff that has happened, just leads you to believe that they do have people who specifically are meant for this, specifically have like these abilities, or it might not even be abilities, but just have like this occupation and a way to kind of do it for stuff. So this is a normal occurrence within this world, which is good to know. But not everybody can actually see them and experience it and stuff, which is also good to know. I love how we don't just go to like a normal like cafe or something, but we go to a Mexican restaurant instead. Like, that just feels so much more unique and interesting than the typical, you know, family diner or cafe or wherever it is that you would go. More arguing and complaining with each other. We get funny joke. She orders more food and she absolutely eats a ton, which is fucking insane. This is the cafeteria scene that I was talking about the hierarchy almost that she was kind of setting up, but I think it's a really cute moment. I wonder if she has like something for him, if it's more than me just thinking that she's like kind of ordered in a way to be watching over him, or if it's more of like she's just interested in him, whether it be friend or romantically, that she wants to be around him as much as she is, and she's just kind of playfully like messing around with him and the things that she says, and this is just kind of how they get along and the chemistry that they have with each other. I really wonder the extent of it. I mean, her saying this, like, is this more of her saying that she wants him to die because it would make her job easier of not having to watch after him, or is it more of just like a joking, like telling your friend to die, like when you don't mean it type of thing? Like, that's where I'm having this internal battle, I guess, with not knowing the dynamic and stuff between them. We get a fun conversation between them outside that weirdly starts off with her being happy that her accounts and stuff are getting flamed, like on Twitter and stuff. Like, one, what is she posting and doing on there? But two, like, why is she so like excited about this and wanting that to happen? Like, it's the weirdest thing to be praised over and be happy with. But this is where we start getting a bit more serious and learning some stuff about the idea that she is scared of these YOUMU and doesn't want to take on this ability and this responsibility that has come to her to actually go out of her way and kill these things. Something has happened in her past before where she said that she's never killed one before, and then she said not really, as if maybe she did once or twice, but I don't know if she did or didn't, and I don't know if that really matters right now at this point. But clearly something's happened where, whether she killed things and she regretted it due to the pain in which that she saw it caused, maybe a mistake that was made on her end, or seeing, I guess, maybe the things that has happened to people around her, the situation that it's kind of put them in, maybe people close to her losing their lives over this, or whatever the case might be. It literally could just be a thing where morally she doesn't feel it's right to take people's lives and do stuff. I don't know. It triggered enough of a reaction to bring her to a quick like little flash of a flashback here, which is interesting to keep our eye on. But basically she's fucking scared and doesn't want to do this as a spirit hunter, and she's tried to quitting and she literally can't, and everything is going wrong with her. But she can't go home, and that's her whole purpose and reason for being around as much as she is and doing the things that she is. which is funny. And we also bring up an interesting thing about why she came to this town specifically, what it was, but she kind of skips over that. And I'm feeling like it could just be a chance of hearing rumors in a way of this person who's immortal, our main character, and using this almost as an excuse of her to kind of live out and do the things that she's doing, where she's like, oh, I'm killing these things, but she feels no pain or no issue kind of attacking and killing him, or doing what she's doing now, because he's not actually going to die at the end of the day. So she's using him as like ways to kind of build up her confidence almost, but she's probably never going to go out of her way and actually attack these things. So she's kind of just lying to herself, but using that as a way to justify this, which I think would be likely for why she's kind of doing that. But I like how he kind of takes initiative and he's like, no, nothing to worry about. We got this, like, and encouraging her and bringing her in here. And this is where we get some flashes while we're seeing this YOUMU kind of appear and we're attacking it. We get some flashes of other characters in a way. It makes you wonder, while we're showing them directly in this, is it a complete misdirect, or are we actually showing them because they're all anxious in a way and nervous because maybe they set this up in a way, they put this here because they're trying to drive her out. We've been warned multiple times throughout this to stay away from her. Is it to stay away from her because, like, why exactly do we think that she's so dangerous in a way that we should stay away? Is it because she attracts all these YOUMU and stuff and we don't want other people to get hurt and bring that, so we're trying to do away and get rid of her? So we figure if we take upon ourselves to go after somebody who has a fear of these things like she does, it can kind of cause her to be run out of town in a way, and we don't have to worry about any of this, which I think would be likely. So all of this possibly could be completely set up by another family, another group of the spirit hunters. I don't know. I feel like something like that feels incredibly likely to be the case here. And if not, it could just, like I said, be a misdirect how exactly they do it. But I am interested, I guess, to see how this battle and stuff concludes. I like the ED song a lot. I don't know how much to read into it visually, besides for the fact that she gets happy and she's reaching out to our main character. So definitely the strong bond and relationship that's growing between them. Overall, love the episode. I thought it was a fantastic introduction that definitely introduced some things for us to keep in the back of our mind and look forward to, and things, a lot of things to get excited about. You know, how it will continue onwards from here is yet to be seen. So we're going to have to, I guess, play it episode by episode and see if we love it or not. Once again, thank you to everybody who voted in the poll and actually voted for this one. Leave recommendations of other things that you want to see in future polls. It's going to be all from me. If you liked it, I'll hit the like and subscribe to mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the other videos in the channel. Leave any comments though about this episode or series. I would love to see what people think about the episode. Provide me any context, things that you feel like I should know, things I looked over, things I should pay attention to more, whatever it is, things you just want to say about the episode or the series or whatever. Please don't spoil stuff regarding that though. But whatever the case is, let me know. I'd love to interact with you and see what you guys have to say. I'll be back for episode 2 soon, hopefully. The plan is to do what we were doing with Hyoka and do these every Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. But that might change because other stuff I have coming up and stuff. It's going to be kind of messy maybe for a little bit. I don't know. But that's the plan, is to try and do 3 of these a week. So we'll see. We did pretty good at the back end of Hyoka getting that done. So hopefully, yeah, thank you though very much again if you did watch and did like. See you soon for episode 2. Peace.